Hi, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a messenger menu in ManyChat. Let's just go ahead and go straight to some examples. So for the most part, you're going to be dealing with e-commerce clients, and this is the basic main menu structure, or at least the items, subjects for e-commerce brands. And it's about us, our products, and contact us. It's really as simple as that. You can also add a main menu item that goes directly to their website. It's probably not a bad idea, but for the most part, I do like to keep it fairly simple. Definitely don't want to go over 3 or 4 menu items. You don't want to overwhelm the person that's looking at that menu. So the next possible client that you may get for a messenger channel would be service-based businesses. And this would be perhaps a chiropractor or a dentist or a marketer. I'm not sure if we work with marketers, but anyone who sells a service, whether it's at a particular location or it's online, this would apply. And the concept is similar. It would be about us. Instead of our products, would be our services. And you could have book an appointment or contact us. And this is the same kind of terminology you would use on the actual menu naming itself. Okay. So this is probably not going to likely happen where you're creating a messenger channel for a personal brand, but it could. You're going to have a bit more flexibility, and it's really going to vary depending on who the person is. So, you could have about me, you could have website, you could have shop, my artwork if they're an artist, my music if they're a musician, free tutorials. Manuel is a personal brand and he has free tutorials. You could have another flow that says connect with me to connect to their social networks. There's really a lot you can do with a personal brand, but we haven't done enough for me to say what would be standard for every type of personal brand. So about me would probably apply to every single one though. All right, so let's go ahead, and I'm not going to create a main menu. That's actually a lie, but this is just an overview. I'm going to show you the basics of what it looks like, and then I'm going to make separate videos to show you how to make the main types of flows that you would be creating for the more common clients. This is Cloud9 Sheepskin. We've been working with them for a while. This was a channel I built. I'm just going to show you some of the basic main menu items here, just as a forewarning. They have a lot of products, so their products flow is fairly complex, but I'm just going to show it to you just to give you a basic idea of what a main menu flow looks like. So first, I'm going to start with about us, because that's really, any of these clients are going to have about us. This is just, for the most part, you can go to the website and you can find the about us section. So let me show you. If I go to Cloud9 Sheepskin, so if you go to, okay, good. So look, this is where I believe I got the copy from. But a lot of times websites will have about us. You can literally pull the copy from that. You may have to condense it a little bit, but for the most part, I try not to alter it too much. But a lot of it you can get from the client's website. And so that's essentially what we did here. I added a few emojis to make it more messenger friendly. At the very end, I added links to the website, another flow, contact us. And you always want to end with something like this just to encourage them to continue exploring. Okay, so that's about us. The next one would be contact us. And I know this one looks fairly complex, but the concept is simple. When they go here, they're trying to reach the company. So obviously it depends on the company and how they can be reached. But for this one, I included 2 different ways. You can either tap here to call us, and that would then give them a phone number and the hours that they're open. And that button calls the company. It dials the number in their phone, basically. Or they could send a message, and this goes through a series of questions to get their email address, what their message is, confirms their message, and then sends it. And there's a notify admins action step. And I'll walk you through how to make these, but that's the basic concept here. It doesn't have to be this complex. Again, you just want to offer them a way to be able to reach the company. All right. Lastly, we have the product section here. Again, it's a similar idea with services. Instead of products, it would be services. So because this company had so many products, I created categories, like main categories and then subcategories. Then it broke it down into some of their best sellers for each of those categories. Or the subcategories rather. So the beginning message though is, I believe, copy I got from their website. And it just says a little bit about, Cloud9 Sheepskin, and we know what makes a great shoe, and we've tested it and tweaked our styles, and we're great, and et cetera, et cetera. And then because this flow is so complex, I had to separate it, but it connects automatically to another flow. That's what that is here. You don't have to click anything. It just goes and opens this up. So this will give them a way to swipe through those main categories. These then break down into subcategories. Again, you're not going to run into, not every e-commerce client's going to have a ton of categories and products like this, but this is one way you can handle it if there are a lot of products. So as you can see, the subcategories for the women's category is bestsellers, moccasins, scuffs, boots, booties, clogs, slippers. The images are pulled from their website. We just had our graphics team create these images, and then it would link to another flow with some of the top ones for that particular category. So let's look at boots. So these are their boots. I put 5, it depends on the category. And then at the very end, I put view more, but they can go directly to those shoes or click on view more. So that's the basic idea for these main menus. You don't have to get that complicated with the product flows. If there are a lot of products, there is definitely more simple ways of doing it. But I'll break it down how to make each one of these flows in a separate video. I don't want to make this one too long, but this was the basic overview of what those various flows look like.